What area of your life is about to change over the next 7 years? And not just a little shift, but more like, wait, I definitely didn't plan this. The answer is simple whenever Uranus shows up in your chart. That's exactly where things stop being predictable and start getting interesting. I'll break it down for each sign in a bit. Uranus doesn't do slow and careful changes. It's more like a pilot twist. You just got comfortable, you think you figured everything out, and suddenly, new script, new direction, no warning, but your system is getting updated now. Uranus moves into a new sign about every 7 years. For the past 7 years, it's been working on one area of your life, shaking it, testing it, pushing it forward, and now it's like, okay, done here, and moves on the next one. It doesn't get tired, it operates on a surprise mode. If we keep it simple, Uranus is about surprises, change, new ideas, freedom, and yes, a little chaos. Why does it always feel so sudden? Because it hits exactly where you wanted things to stay stable. You had a plan, and life says, cool, let's upgrade it now. The important thing, Uranus doesn't destroy just to destroy. It clears out what already stopped working. The things you've been holding onto just because you are used to them. And just doesn't do it gently. It doesn't comfort you. It just says, hold on. What was before? If you look back at the last 7 years when Uranus was in Taurus, you can see it clearly. Everything was shaking in the material world. Money, economy, stability. Taurus is all about it. And Uranus, not a fan of staying still. It was always in a bad mood. 7 years it was in a bad mood. He was invited to the place where he wasn't really welcome. And considering what's happening in the economy, we all felt it. So things changed. Payment system changed. Crypto appeared. We started paying with our phones. Money became digital. Even our idea of security changed. And once we realized that stability isn't really stable, Uranus decided it's time to move on. Now it's entering Gemini. And this is a completely different vibe. This is no longer about money. This is about your mind, information, communication, about learning, internet, movement, transportation, everything connected, and how we exchange information, and how fast we do it, and how we get around, especially by air. And here's the good news, Uranus actually feels better here. It walked into a space where it finally fits. Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury is Uranus's younger sibling. They get along perfectly. Gemini is curious, fast, flexible. They are on the same wavelength. So instead of just breaking things, now it starts speeding things up. Your thinking, your ideas, your connections. So what's coming? Big shifts in how we learn, communicate, and connect, and get around. Game changing discoveries in science, new ways of communication, social media changing again, the internet evolving, AI stepping up in a big way. Some things will suddenly feel updated while new things appear out of nowhere and take over. For example, in a few years, we'll probably look at our today's phones and wouldn't understand how we use that. Why does it feel easier now? Because Uranus in Taurus was uncomfortable, as I said. Imagine telling a very active, fast thinking person to just sit still and not move. That was Uranus. Of course, it's resisted. Of course, things felt tense. But Gemini is air, movement, ideas, curiosity. Here, Uranus feels free. So instead of shaking stability, it starts activating our minds, our ideas, and connections. And change starts to feel less scary and more like an opportunity. It's not longer about how we earn and spend, it's about how we think, communicate, and move. As I said, new ways of learning, new ways of connection, new systems of sharing information. Social platforms may rise and fall quickly. Uranus loves to replace the old with something new and replace it fast. Of course, technology and movements, everything related to communication, transport, speed, all of that will evolve. More freedom, more innovations, more this didn't exist anymore. Who will handle all of this better? Those with strong Uranus in their birth chart. If you were born between 1968 and 1974, Uranus is in Libra. This generation changed relationship. The one who stopped tolerating everything and chose themselves. The first generation to choose divorce. Our mothers and grandmothers chose to stay and endure. People who were born between 1974 and 1981. Uranus is in Scorpio. Very strong. Those people don't break in crisis, they transform and keep going. If you were born between 1988 and 1995, Uranus is in Capricorn. This generation is here to rebuild systems, businesses, careers, and structure, but in a new way, smarter way. They mix ambitions with rebellion. They want success, but they don't want to follow those outdated rules. If you were born between 1995 and 2003, Uranus is in Aquarius at home. These people literally are the future. Tech, internet, innovation, they get it naturally. These people adapt faster. They feel change earlier. They understand technology intuitively. Sometimes they look a bit different, colored hair, no fixed career paths. But honestly, don't worry about them. They came ready for this world. Worry about yourself. Let's get to the most interesting part, how this will affect you personally. Look at your sun first and then look at your rising sun. Let's go. Aries. Your theme becomes communication, connections, and movement. You'll find yourself in the right place in the right time. Life becomes more active, more trips, more people, more ideas. You may unexpectedly learn a new skill or profession, especially connected to digital or advanced technologies. You may change a car, you get a driver's license, you become more social overall. Taurus, for next 7 years, your financial system is being rebuilt. Money may come in unexpected ways, different from before, but holding onto it will be harder. You'll need to learn how to invest and keep things moving instead of just saving. You might even experiment in the new eating habits. Gemini, this is your main upgrade. This is about your personality, a new image, new goals, a new sense of yourself. You might not recognize yourself in a couple of years. Complete change in a direction. Goals shift, plans get rewritten, new roles appear. This is one of the most life-changing transits because it can affect everything through your personal transformation. Either you change or Uranus will make it. Cancer. This is a period of cleansing. Uranus removes everything unnecessary, illusions, dependencies, all attachments, all connections, breaking free from illusions. You might feel lost at times. You may travel far. You may become interested in mystical and spiritual topics. This is a time for deep internal transformation and growth. Uranus enters here like a deep cleaning before your rebirth. Leo, get ready for luck. 7 years of luck if your personal chart supports it. Popularity, new friends and connections, good and promising ones, new opportunities, unexpected gifts from life. Suddenly, results may come from something you did long ago, a diploma, a project, an investment, but with a Uranian twist. Today it's up, tomorrow pause, and then up again. Virgo, your career moves to the next level. Sudden rises, new status, unexpected turns, things happen in jumps. Authority figures may change direction. Don't tell everyone about your plans in advance. You may develop an unusual specialization you didn't expect. Also, possible sudden changes in the relationship status. Uranus here creates a new social version of you. Libra, lucky you. Your horizons expand. Travel, education, relocation, new countries. Life becomes bigger and more interesting. Relationships with foreigners. Some Libras may even get grandchildren. This is one of the most pleasant Uranus scenarios. Lots of gifts through expansion. Scorpio, transformation of finances and resources. Large sums of money may come, but it's important to manage them correctly. Better to invest than hold. You may leave employment and suddenly changes in your partner's income, often through technology. Energy for pregnancy, sometimes with modern methods. And yes, this is also about letting go of addictions. For Scorpio, this is a familiar territory. Transformation is your element, and Uranus here gives more power than chaos. Sagittarius, movement in relationship, either a renewal or lots of new connections, new social circles in a large quantities. Enemy may also become more active. It definitely won't be boring. If a relationship has been tense, a breakout is possible. Those working with clients may see change in client base or attract new clients or unusual clients. Partners may also be unusual or connected to IT. Capricorn, work and lifestyle change. And we know how Capricorn don't like changes. But new conditions, more freedom, new formats. You may change job or move into remote work. New approach to health, innovative methods, biohacking, unexpected situations with pets. They may appear or disappear. But the main theme is new routine in daily life and work. Aquarius, this is your time to live brightly and freely. Love, creativity, joy. Uranus brings inspiration, new hobbies, unexpected wins, sudden romances, pregnancies, often with modern technical support, or children suddenly grow up and move out. New passions, both romantic and creative. Pisces, home, family, real estate, and living conditions change. Relocations, new living formats, possibly living between two cities or countries. Technology enters your home, buying properly, or creativity from home, something unusual, not like everyone else. Something about your home, your family, or your understanding of home and family will change. In main conclusion, Uranus is not about destruction, it's about renewal. If something in our life suddenly starts changing, it doesn't mean everything is going wrong. It means a new chapter is beginning, and most likely it will be much more interesting than the previous one. Like, comment this video and share this video and subscribe, and welcome Uranus in Gemini. It feels comfortable there, which means it probably won't be harsh on us either.